So the episode 2 of Life with BR called Recession in Bollywood. If you haven't seen this video, I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out. And let's hear what he has to say.
What is your personal opinion on Bollywood facing a creative recession?
See, every
Okay.
industry goes through a crisis. Yeah, I think too much is being made. It's just been 6 months or 8 months. It's like a bunch of old movies have flopped, as in movies with older actors and all that have flopped. And like I think people who've had a good run. See, Lal Singh Chadda is a product of pre-pandemic. Had it been released before the pandemic, it would have opened much higher. I think, like, see, for example, in the 90s, Malayalam movies had a very bad run. You know, like they had a long history of bad movies where they were trying to ape the mass movies of Tamil and Telugu, and there were like all kinds of movies that were becoming thing. And then the new generation of Malayalam filmmakers came, and now today everybody's celebrating Malayalam cinema. So I think every industry goes through this churn, you know, the ups and downs. I think today what happens is we want to put a narrative on everything. It's like we want
True that.
I keep getting calls from people saying, why is Tamil industry doing so well? I said, you come down, I'll show you the number of movies that have flopped versus the number of movies. You're looking at 4 hits
Yep.
versus like so many flops. Like there are so many movies that have come to theaters since the thing opened and have flopped, and we are only hearing about Vikram, Tiruchitrambalam, Ponniyin Selvan, etc., and we're kind of thinking about that. But how many movies have disappointed or have been flops?
Yep.
We don't hear about that. So it's like we like to construct instant narratives, whereas trends actually reveal themselves over time. See, for example, if you look at a great phase in Hollywood, which was the 1970s, it didn't happen with just one movie. It happened because an entire generation of 50s born filmmakers went and saw French New Wave films in the 60s and all these foreign films like Rashomon and Kurosawa and all that. And they went away from the American studio model of filmmaking and incorporated all these new techniques into their films, which is why we got Hal Ashby and Coppola and Spielberg and Scorsese and all these people, doing that kind of Robert Altman doing that kind of films.
That's right. You know, in school, we were also told about this in college that all this golden era, this era, that era, French wave, it didn't start with one film and everyone started, oh, this is the French wave. No. Over time, later, when you study all this and you decide, oh, this certain amount of movies which came out and they changed the way films were made, and then, you know, it was given a name, this era, this period. You know, it's not like today, you know, maybe 5 years, 10 years later, we'll say, okay, this was the, you know, bad time for Bollywood. It was dark ages and then they became better. But today we cannot call it dark age. You know, there are flops, but there are few hits here and there also. You know, there are OTT films which are doing really, really well. There are amazing Hindi films which came out this year. It's not like Bollywood is horrible. In comparison, if you say, oh, Bollywood didn't have a hit like a Triple R or a KGF 2 and KGF 2, Triple R, Kantara, they all did such a PS1, Vikram, they did so much business, so they are only the films. Like, no, as you said, you know, there are flops in every industry. It's not just Bollywood, but because they are in the center, they have the spotlight, they get all this criticism too.
Now, this didn't happen overnight. It happened over a period of time. So now everything, because they want to write a news story, they actually call you and say, Kantara is a big hit. Is Bollywood dead? Like, what a connection. It's like, this movie is a hit, so Bollywood is dead. I don't
So many videos you'll see like that.
know. It's like, half the time I have to say no to these interviews because the logic is so lopsided, and they want to make instant decisions. So I don't think, I think every industry goes through these things, and I would say that Tamil industry is facing an equal crisis because the salary that's going to heroes, you know, it's not come down after the pandemic, and this is a time when so many movies are flopping at theaters and distributors are not giving minimum guarantees anymore. Most movies are being picked up on a commission basis, which means that the distributor says, I will take your movie for free. Whatever I would get through the theaters, I will take X% and give you the rest of it. Which means that if the movie makes 1 rupee, the distributor takes 30 paisa and gives you 70 paisa. So it is upon the movie to prove itself. Earlier, when the MG system existed, people would buy the movie for 70 crores thinking that the movie will make 70 crores at the box office. Now, because the distributors are so uncertain as to what will do money, they're not paying MG anymore, minimum guarantee anymore. because so earlier the
Okay.
producer used to get a fat sum of money from the distributors. Now they're getting percentages. So the whole ecosystem has changed because distributors are no longer sure which movies will, if I buy this movie for 30 crores and it bombs, I'm left with a big deficit because people aren't coming to theaters anymore. So, every industry is going through its own kind of crisis. It's just that because Bollywood has been dominant in so many ways, and because people after that whole Sushant Singh Rajput thing, and everybody, I always laugh when I hear about terms like nepotism, because if you go to the Telugu film industry, you won't have a place to hide. It's just like that industry is built on nepotism. It's like, I mean, everybody talks as if Bollywood is the king of nepotism or whatever it is. I'm like, please come to Hyderabad and just spend 3 days there and learn about the family trees. You'll find that maybe 2 actors, Vijay Deverakonda and Nani or something like that, have made it on their own. The rest are all like, some distant cousins, sons, something. So that's what it is.
Those are true facts. I think nepotism is just bullshit debate talked about multiple times. It's there everywhere. Forget just film industry. Everywhere in our lives. If you are running a business, if your father is running a business, he'll not give it to anyone on street who is well deserved. You take it. No, he'll give it to his son. No, that's like I don't get it. That pointless debate. And then what you talked about, every industry goes through this. It's just Bollywood has so much limelight. It always gets so much attention that, and after what happened in the past 2-3 years, everyone just want to bring it down. Like Kantara is a super hit, Bollywood dead. What? That makes no sense. Even southern films, like some films made big in Hindi area, that's great because they were good films. But later, they also people would want to watch Hindi films because they are going. Drishyam 2 is earning so much money, even if it's a remake. So people will, what they like, they'll go watch it. It doesn't matter now, and that's a great thing that what language it is, and that's a good thing that has happened. So if you make good films, this is the best for us viewers, that we'll get the best of the best. All these average, mediocre, horrible content will go down. They will not even make it because they know it's not gonna work, because we have proved it and we're not going to cinemas watching these horrible films. So they know it's not gonna work. So only the best and best, the cream will come on top, and the best films will be made. That's great for us as viewers. And again, thank you for watching. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, check out this video next, and I'll see you next time.